Hi, folks. Welcome back to the Quarter Deck Arcade. I'm your host, Pete, and I'm here today to talk about buying Arcade1Ups from the secondhand market, specifically places like warehouses that buy return pallets from companies like Best Buy, Target, or Kohl's, and then they turn around and sell those items to you, the consumer. Is it true that some of these might be damaged? Well, if they are returns, there's a very possible likelihood that these things arrive on the pallet to these warehouses damaged. So, but occasionally you'll see returns that haven't even been opened yet. And that's been my experience with a local company here called Synergy Industrial Corporation. We have a couple places that do pallet buys, and then they'll turn around and sell the stuff to consumers like me. But you need to look for things. Do you walk into one of these places expecting pristine boxes like you see in Best Buy? No. These boxes are in various states. They're damaged. They may be opened. They may be repacks from when the consumer decided they didn't want to put it together, and they threw everything back in the box and then returned it. So when I go to these places, I specifically look for boxes that have never been unsealed. And then I also check the condition of the box itself. Does it have any obvious forklift damage, holes poked in the side, mauling, you name it. I mean, whatever damage the box could have incurred, you want to be on the lookout for some of that stuff. If you don't see any obvious damage on the box and it's still sealed, and you poke your eye through the little handle holes and you see that the boxes appear to be in the places where they were when they were shipped, well, then you're probably in luck. So we're going to go over that today. My recent purchase of the Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe from Synergy. I picked it up for a very low price of $250, and as you know, it retails right now for $499 new. So we'll talk about it. I'll go over the state of the box as I see it, and we'll actually pull things out to prove that all the components are there and are undamaged. So let's get started. So let's take a look at some of the things you might see Arcade1Up related if you walk into a warehouse such as this. This is, again, Synergy Industrial Corporation. They're just on the border of Wauwatosa and Brookfield in the Milwaukee area. And they're on my way to and from work. So I usually stop there once or twice a month just to see if they've gotten anything new. So what you're seeing here is one of the rooms that they stuff these Arcade1Ups into. And this is from my most recent visit. And you can see that they have a boxed X-Men. And they have a couple of Yoga Flames, a Pong Countercade, and then they also have a Mortal Kombat in the back there. And they also have an iArcade that you can kind of see off to the right on the floor there. But they also have these things built, and they have them still in box. So if you have a means to carry these things away, great. And if it has no obvious damage, and you can test it there, you can plug it right in and make sure it's still working. You can walk home with one of these already built, not have to worry about building it. Another class of 81 off into the corner. And you can see they kind of sell computers as well. This is their Mac room. So they also have a PC room. But so they have a lot of technology there that you can buy secondhand, and not just Arcade1Ups. This is another area just outside of the room that we were just in. And you can see they have a couple of other things. They have the Wheel of Fortune inbox, and they have an NBA Jam countercade, and there's a Miss Pac-Man countercade in the upper right up over there, and also another class of 81. And then they also have a Wheel of Fortune out of the box too, and built. Now, I'm going to show you in a moment this big buck hunter that they have on display here, and show you why it's important to be careful when you go to these places and to look for damage. This is their big room where they have a lot of in-box Arcade1Ups. In the middle there, you can kind of see leaning against the wall a stack of 5 Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxes, presumably in box. Now, not all of them are new in box. Some of them are repacks, and we'll go over that as well. But you can kind of see they have Wheel of Fortune, as another Wheel of Fortune. They have already built head-to-head Mortal Kombat, and they have a Pong head-to-head off to the side here on the wall. Another view, you can see that Pong head-to-head. You can kind of see another Mortal Kombat head-to-head that's still in box. Then they have some cabinets without any risers, which you could probably get for a pretty cheap sum. And so we're talking about box damage. This is something I haven't seen at Synergy before. This is an Atari Legacy, basically Tempest build. And I don't. You kind of can't see the totality of the damage to this box. This box is damaged a great deal. This I kind of considered buying this just to get an encoder and have it on hand in case I needed it. But just looking at the state of the box, I'm like, no, I'm going to pass on this. This is definitely not a new in box. This is something that was repacked, and the box just didn't make it intact very well. And I spoke about this Big Buck Hunter before, and as you can see here, it's got some obvious damage on the left side panel. And also, you can notice that the marquee is gone. The marquee is not there. So we look at the next picture. This is the same box, and you can see where the inside of the right side panel has been damaged as well. It looks like almost like the marquee was ripped off in shipping, pallet shipping or whatever. But this box, I looked at this box. It looks like it's functioning fine from a game standpoint, but the look and feel of the cab is just rendered horrible because of the ripped off marquee and the damage to the side panels. Because let's face it, if you go out and get another marquee to slap on here, you're gonna have a hard time probably mounting it due to the damage to the side panels. Another area at Synergy Industrial Corporation is this room that is off limits to the general public. Only staff can go in there. As you can see, there's a bunch of Arcade1Ups just stacked in there. Most of them are built. There's a couple of boxes in there. But I asked the gentleman who is the vice president of sales there, I said, what is this room for? Why are those Arcade1Ups in there? And he said they're in various states of disrepair. They are damaged, have known issues with them. And either these are customer returns or they identified that they were damaged right off the pallet. So this is where Arcade1Ups go to die at Synergy Industrial Corporation. And as you can see, there's quite a few in there. He did ask me if I was interested in buying any of it. And I said the only way I'd probably buy it is if I could get a cabinet that's in decent shape that I can reskin and mod later. You know, if you're going into it just looking for a cabinet, this might be a great way to go. But know that going in, that you don't expect to have everything look perfect at a place like this, because it's not going to. So places like Synergy are good if you're looking to try and get a bargain deal on a recently released Arcade1Up. The key to it is you just got to pay attention. You just got to look for the diamonds in the rough. And that's been my mantra every time I've gone to Synergy, is just to make sure that what I'm getting looks to be an intact new in box Arcade1Up. And that's all I've ever bought from them. So I've bought 3 things from them to date. I've bought a T2 that was basically new in box, not a scratch on it. That T2 is now that Space Invaders behind me. And I bought the Infinity Game Board, which was perfect. It works perfectly. We enjoy it every other night. And then my most recent purchase is the Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe, which again I bought that for $250. Got a great deal on it, and it's not something I probably would have bought at full price ever. But I thought for that price, I'm getting a great deal. So let's let's uh, let's get up and take a look at it. Take a look at the box, and I'll point out some things that you want to look for when you go to a secondhand place like Synergy, just to make sure that it's okay. And then we'll unbox everything in the Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe box just to prove that it is possible to buy an Arcade1Up from a place like Synergy without damage. All right, what you're looking at is the Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe box. When I picked this box up, it was still sealed, and it appeared to be undamaged in shipping. And the gentleman at Synergy who sold it to me offered to open it up and allow me to inspect inside the contents to make sure it was okay. And the other key thing about Synergy is they have a 30-day return policy. So you can, if you get it home and you start unboxing it and you notice some things wrong with it, you can take it back within 30 days to Synergy. And my guess is they'll throw it in that room that's off limits to the general public and figure out what to do with it later. So yeah, let's get started. Let's scan the box and just go over it a little bit and make sure that there's no dings or obvious things that might damage the side panels internally. So let's get started. All right, so at first glance, the front of the box looks fine. No obvious indentations from shipping or forklifts or what have you. And I've turned the box around and we'll look at the other side. Again, no obvious damage other than some shipping nicks and scratches just from handling. All right, let's open this thing up. Now, I'm going to try and prop this open so you can see that this box is pretty much in its shipped state. It's still packed. So, but just to prove that everything is good, let's go ahead and start packing everything. I'm not going to build it today. I'm just going to get the contents out of the box from Synergy just to make sure everything is a-okay. And I'll do a build later of the unit. But here we have our documentation. And let me get on the other side of this box, probably be better. Start removing components. So here we have, I'm going to guess this is, I'm not going to guess what this is. But as you can see, the box is undamaged. Here's the other box. No obvious signs of damage on this box. Doesn't look like it's been previously opened. And here's a third box. Again, not previously opened. Okay, now my first sign that this may have been a repack. Here's the parts. The parts were on the side of the control panel. Or they may have fallen there, I don't know. But it still looks like it was still packed from the shipper. But this kind of raises a red flag to me that maybe it was, somebody took it out of the box and then repacked it exactly as they got it. Although I don't see how that could be because most people don't know how to repack these things. And now the most important piece to inspect for damage are the side panel pieces. So let's take those out. Oh, this sucker's heavy. All right, so as you can see, we've got, it's still banded together, the side panels and the back panels and kick plate. They're all banded together still. But we're going to open this up and check it just to make sure. And then all that's left is the box, really. And again, no obvious, if I look, as I look inside here, I see no obvious signs of damage from the outside. It looks like still a perfect Arcade1Up box. All right, so let's start unbundling this stuff just to make sure there's no damage to the pieces that came out of the box. I don't think there will be, but just to prove a point that you can buy a new unboxed Arcade1Up from a place like Synergy. So we have one of our back panels that looks perfect. The other back panel looks perfect. Here we have our kick plate, which has holes for the coin doors. That looks perfect, but we're going to take it out of the plastic just to make sure. Would probably work better with scissors. All right, so this is the kick plate. This is flat black with the Arcade1Up logo in the midway, classic arcade logo at the bottom. You kind of see the glare off of it, but it's in perfect shape. No dings, no scratches that I can see. That's a good sign. All right, now we're getting to our first panel. We'll pop this open. And they all seem to be individually wrapped in plastic, which is good. So this would probably be the lower panel. And just looking at it, this might be a part of the artwork. I can't really tell. There's a little thing, but it does look like it might be a part of the artwork. Other than that, perfect. Looks perfect. Just looking at one of the lower side panel pieces, it looks fine. I'm going to get my glasses because I want to look at that speck at the top. Okay, that looks a part of the artwork. All right. So just looking at it, scanning for scratches, scanning for any indentations, nothing. It looks great. So we'll set that piece off. That was panel D2. Here's the other lower side panel piece. Looks okay to me, just on initial review. And we'll scan this piece. Yeah, that same little speck is there on the other side. Just looking for scratches, blemishes, a little bit of what looks to be like manufacturer scratches, but nothing that you'll see from a distance. Looks fine. Looks perfectly fine. So we'll set that aside. That's probably E2. All right, now we get to the top pieces of the side panels. All right. And this piece looks perfect as well. No damage. Set that one off to the side. And then the last part of this would be the second top half piece. Set my cardboard aside here. Okay. So the last piece. And this one does not appear to be damaged either. So all of my side panels are intact, 100%, no damage, no dings, nothing. A little bit of minor scratches that look to be from manufacturing. So not going to worry about it because it's not major and you're not going to see it unless you really look up close. All right, so that's good news. That's half the battle right there, is unboxing the side panels. And if there's no damage there and these boxes look intact, your odds of having a intact Arcade1Up are really great. So this looks to be all of our K and J panels. Never been unboxed. Still has the silicone. I'm going to assume, and we've got the, I assume this goes underneath the control panel on the front. Looks fine. I'm just going to set that aside. I'm not going to worry about unwrapping it for now. Just for brevity. This feels like it might be the control panel. We'll see. Could be the marquee and yep, that's the control panel. Never been unboxed. Still in box as it was shipped. Again, this is very much looking like it was a new in-box purchase for $250. Oh, I had boards on the side there. So a control panel, still in a shipping state. That's good. Excuse me. All right, and I have one more box to open. And this will obviously be the monitor assemble. And usually they pack the marquee and speakers in the same box. Not always, but most of the time they do. All right. Again, this is in its shipping state. There's no way this was repacked. So all the parts here, we have our monitor assembly, we have our marquee backlight, we've got our N2 panel, coin door, speakers, and it looks to be intact. There's the marquee. That's what I was looking for. The Mortal Kombat marquee looks fine. All right. So folks, everything that I have unboxed today from this purchase, this secondhand purchase from Synergy Industrial Corporation, is intact, isn't damaged, and ready for build. I'm not going to do the build today in this video. I just wanted to get this video out just to prove that it is possible to buy one of these from a secondhand place and still have it just like a regular Arcade1Up, no damage. So there you have it, folks. Complete unboxing of the Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe for $250 from Synergy Industrial Corporation. I found no signs of damage. I'm really encouraged by that. And so that just goes to prove that you can buy a decent Arcade1Up from a secondhand warehouse like Synergy without damage. Are you going to find a lot of crap there? Yes, you are. There's going to be a lot of boxes and cabinets that just look like they've been beaten to hell. But that isn't to say that you won't find a diamond in the rough like I have on 3 occasions. So be patient. When you get there, take your time, look over all the boxes. If you find one that looks like it might just be an unopened, still sealed, properly packed Arcade1Up, and they offer you a deal on it, don't hesitate. Take it. Just take it. Because you don't know when deals like this will come along. As I said, I don't really have a nostalgia for the Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet, but I do like the artwork. It is a good looking cabinet, and it will look good in my arcade when it's built. So don't eliminate places like Synergy for your Arcade1Up purchases. Just take them for what they are, secondhand resellers of pallet returns. And if you're patient and you find that deal, take it. But as a consumer, be careful. Look for box damage. Look for unsealed boxes. Look for boxes that look like they've been repacked, which you kind of can tell by looking through the handle holes. Skip those. That's all you got to do. Just walk past them. But like I said, I found this one that just looked right off the shelf. So I took it for $250. So thanks for watching the video. I appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't already, please like the video and hit the subscribe button on your way out. Helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.